Forecast. I'm Joseph, the host of the UFC Forecast. And of course, I'm missing the co-host, Loik, again tonight. So don't forget to smash the like button, suplex the subscribe button. I really appreciate that support. We're introducing best bets at the end. Parlays and parfaits, that's coming to an end since we went 2 for 4 on Moneyline Magic last weekend. Stay tuned for that. It's going to be a great show. I'm going to watch the face-offs here. And let's see if I'm still on the same page as the early prediction show. I'll pull up Loik's final predictions here. We do have 2 disagreeing. He's going with Trevin Jones and Loik Radzhabov from Tajikistan. Now let's see how these fighters look at the face-offs here. We're going to start off with the early prelim opener, Esteban. He has a short notice opponent. And like I said, Loik's going with Radzhabov here. He's going to be a good wrestler. He fought in Eagle FC. And he fought in the PFL. 16-4-1. But I'm going with Ribovics, man. 11-0, undefeated from Argentina. I know Prado came in here. Didn't get the finish. He was undefeated as well. But Esteban, I seen him in the Dana White Contender Series, and I was impressed. He has a 100% finish rate as well. But, yeah, Radzhabov, he looks ripped here at the scales. But Esteban's coming in shape too. 26 years old, going to be the younger fighter. Like I mentioned, 100% finish rate, 6 knockouts, 5 submissions, 6 in the first round. I think he's going to get it done inside the distance, but I don't have any bets on this one yet. I didn't decide to sprinkle anything on it. I may yet. I'll post it there for the Patreon members if I do, but I don't have any bets on this fight. I recommend you to stay away and just see how these 2 newcomers look. Get the popcorn for this fight. Someone's probably going to get finished. You know, 2 newcomers want to make a statement on a big card. But I think the underdog, Esteban, he's been training. He's been ready to go. I think he's going to get it done. And next up, we got Blackshear and Loik's former Lock of the Week's brother. Javid Basharat's brother. Farid Basharat, 9-0, man. And he looks like the real deal. I think he's a little bit better than Javid, potentially. Unfortunately, he didn't get the finish in the Dana White Contender Series, but he has finishes on the record. He has 5 submissions and only 1 knockout, but his hands are real. He's been training with Cody, Garbrandt, Manel Kopp, Merab Devashvili, Amir Albazi. He's putting in work, man. Iron sharpens iron. Like I said, he's going to get this one done. I'm just playing at Moneyline 120. No bets on it yet. Inside the distance caught my eye, but I didn't place anything on it either. Blackshear, look at this guy, man. He's absolutely ripped. He's in incredible shape. The veins are popping on him. Big underdog value for Blackshear. All 4 losses by decision. Even Farid Basharat by decision is a good play in this fight, honestly. In the Contender Series, he won by a decision. And next up, we got Jessica Penne, 40 years old, probably ready for retirement. 40% takedown defense, 21% takedown accuracy, 32% striking accuracy. She's ready to retire here. Tabatha Ricci looks ready to go, in great shape. She's going to get the takedowns here. She averages 4 of them. She's going to dominate this fight. And the booty on her. Holy. I'm definitely siding with Tabatha Ricci here. Beautiful woman. She gets this one done. I'm just going to play it on the money line. Too sketchy to play it inside the distance. Penne is tough, but Tabatha Ricci looks incredible here. She's got a nurse on her, and she gets this one done for sure. For sure.
The next fight takes place in the bantamweight division.
And next up is Cameron Simone, 7-0, and my dog of the week, Manny Martinez. Martinez came a pound overweight, 137 for bantamweight. But he comes in at the face-off ready to go against Simone. Simone's only 23, same age as me, you know. I don't think he's ready to go against a dog like Manny Martinez. Has experience against a guy like Ronnie Lawrence. Went the distance with him. Manny Martinez has 8 knockouts. He's going to test the chin and durability of Simone in this one. I have Manny Martinez knockout and submission. Little sprinkle bets there. And I have 1.5 units on the money line. Manny Martinez is going to break my dog streak. I'm telling you right now. This guy knows how to bark. I'm pumped up for this fight. I'm not going to miss it. That's for sure. And Loik agrees with me too, finally, on my dog. Martinez is coming in here hyped up, ready to go, man. I think he gets it done. I'm warning you right now. Do not parlay Cameron Simone. Super sketchy. He's went to the 3rd round with lower level competition. Martinez is live here, especially for that knockout, but submissions like plus 1,600. I had to put a little sprinkle on it. And next up, we got one of the biggest favorites on the card, Garry against Kenan. Kenan fought Israel Adesanya, got knocked out. He has 3 knockout losses, so I expect this one to be a knockout for Garry, if not a dominant decision. Inside the distance is a safe play too, but I really don't think it's going to be a submission. All of Song's finishes have been knockouts. He's never been submitted. So you know what I mean? It's probably going to be the knockout Garry, the future. At the face-offs, he comes in here ripped, ready to go, Garry. From Ireland, a lot of supporters. And this is not a time to bet against Garry, that's for sure. I know a lot of people looking to fade him, but this is not the time. This is not the time. He's going to dominate this fight. Likely get the knockout. He's ready to go. It's a big card here. Face off respectful. But Garry knows, man. This is a step down in competition for him. He's going to get this done with ease. Parlay piece I seen for Blood Money too. Garry's a real deal, man. And then we got another dog of the week. Julian Marquez, lowest dog. 9-3 against our Canadian Marc-Andre Barriault. Barriault's tough though, man. He's a grinder, but the degenerate in me sprinkled some money on Julian Marquez inside the distance. I said submission, but he does have the knockouts too. He's looking for his first knockout in the UFC. All submission wins for him right now. 100% finish rate. Marc-Andre Barriault coming off that submission loss. He looks tough on the scales though, and I don't like going against my Canadians, but oh, fuck, man. I really think Julian Marquez is going to get this one done. Jacob at We Want Picks has him as lock of the week. And when I seen that, I just fucking sprinkled inside the distance right away. Boosted my confidence. Jacob at We Want Picks, he has great content. And We Want Picks, I love to check out their videos, compare with mine, my picks, stuff like that. I agree. Julian Marquez, inside the distance. Loaf said dog of the week when he was like, when this was pretty well even money. Now he's a 230 underdog. I recommend you grab that. He's a great underdog this week, and I think he gets it done. And now we got another women's flyweight fight. Amanda Ribas, my girl. She's been interacting with us. I'll pull it up. And this week she was interacting with us. I'm definitely siding with her here. She's going to have more cardio. She's going to have better striking. And I'm hoping she's going to be better on the ground too. But if not, she should avoid the takedown and control time of Vivian. Another good-looking girl on the card from Brazil. Her and Ricci could be a little parlay piece. Ribas and Ricci, I like it a lot. And Vivian, on the other hand, fought Alexa Grasso, who's fighting for the belt right now. Vivian's going to need a couple wins, big wins, to get herself back on the projection for the title shot. She's going to need a big fight against Amanda Ribas, who's really going to feed her the strikes and have a lot more stamina. I think Amanda Ribas, slight favorite. The bookies have it right. She gets it done by a decision here. I'm a little biased, though, because she interacts with us, and I think she's hot. I wish I could marry her, but Amanda Ribas, ride or die here in this spot. I'm not betting it. I'm just going to enjoy it. Two guys on the rise for a middleweight title shot. And this is going to decide it. 5th ranked Brunson, 10th ranked Duplessis. I've been waiting to fade Duplessis, honestly. I don't think he has the best gas tank. Both of his losses were finished losses. Darren Till took him down. 2nd round, Darren Till looked pretty damn good. Derek Brunson is a dog, man. He has the wrestling advantage in this fight. Hopefully his gas tank holds up. Because Brunson does have 12 knockouts and power in the hands. He just really needs to prove it. I want to see him get a win here. I'm taking him as my pick. I did not bet this fight. And I had a tough time picking a winner on this fight. I was back and forth on Driscus and Brunson. But for my pick, I'm going with the dog. Derek Brunson, I really want to see him get it done. Lately, he's been getting the takedowns. He had 4 against Kenan before he got knocked out in that one. Derek Brunson was never submitted. So, on the ground, I'm thinking he might have the edge there, but we'll see. It's going to be a dog fight. Hell of a fight between Dricus du Plessis and Derek Brunson. You don't want to miss it. And I seen Johnny K Picks has a little sprinkle on Dricus du Plessis inside the distance. Last time I went against Johnny K Picks, didn't work out for me. I took Dontail Mains, and he was on Sakai, so we're not going to bet this fight, that's for sure. Let's see how it goes. Can't wait. And a friend of the show, he was a special guest, Carter Shorty Worth. He was on the 4,000 views video, Islam Makhachev and Charles Oliveira. He direct messaged me and he said, Derek Brunson 100% is going to win this fight. I guess we're going to see, man. Saturday night's going to be a banger fight card, top to bottom. And next up, these two boys are going to be throwing bombs. Cody Garbrandt, Trevin Jones, both probably looking for the knockout. Cody Garbrandt, he's an entertainer, coming back to bantamweight. And this is the second one Loaf disagrees on. Loaf has the first fight, Radzhabov, and he's going to be taking Trevin Jones. He likes Trevin Jones for the knockout, power in the hands, but like I said, he has low volume, put up 15 strikes against Raoni Barcelos. Cody Garbrandt is going to dance his way around Trevin Jones, who's going to look like he's just loading up for big shots, not able to land anything. Cody Garbrandt might even go to the ground in this fight. He has really good wrestling, and in his press conference, he had his high school wrestling sweater on. That's something to look out for. Cody Garbrandt by decision's my pick in this fight. I think he's going to win this one. He's 1-6 in his last 6. Face-off is intense. He's ready to go. But Trevin has the power, man. Be wary of it. I'm not betting it, that's for sure. I can't trust Cody Garbrandt's chin, and I can't trust Trevin Jones to throw over 30 strikes. So just sit back, relax, and enjoy this fight and get your money's worth. Cody Garbrandt hopefully gets one back in the win column here. And then we got the biggest favorite on the card, Bo Nickal against Jamie Pickett. And Jamie Pickett moved to a $9 underdog to win. Like, that's absolutely crazy. I've never seen odds like this before in the UFC. Bo Nickal's obviously the real deal, Penn State wrestler. He has 1 knockout, 2 submissions. Inside the distance is the best play here and the safest play. I wouldn't say Pickett has much of a chance here, honestly. You know, nothing against him or anything other than he's probably not the best fighter on the card or on the roster. Saying that, you know what I mean? But Bo Nickal is just going to take him down and submit him first round. The odds are steamed. Like, I'm not touching this at all. Loaf isn't touching it. I don't advise you to touch this fight either. Inside the distance if you want to parlay it. That's the safest. Bo Nickal runs up to the stage here. He's ready to go. And he's pretty juiced too. He has good hands too. That's why I said inside the distance. He might stay on the feet in this one. You never know. But I think he goes to the ground and gets the submission in the first round against Jamie Pickett. Good face-off. Bo Nickal's ready to go. And Bo was already on a pay-per-view main card in his UFC debut, so the future is super high for Bo Nickal. He's really someone to look out for, and he's going to dominate this fight. And next up, we got my second bet of the card. Mateusz Gamrot against Jalen Turner. Turner is a dog, and I've never sided against him until this fight got booked. Gamrot is going to be too tough on the ground for him. He's going to get the takedowns whenever he wants. And Jalen Turner's only hope is to finish this fight inside the distance with a flying knee or a freaky submission. But Gamrot's going to be too smart. He's from Poland. He has the Polish power as well. They face off here. And Gamrot is a little bit shorter, but he's ready to go. Fists are up. I'm confident in this pick. MMA Legendary Locks on Instagram. He messaged me asking if we were locking in Gamrot. Me or Loaf never locked him in, but I locked him in on my bets, that's for sure. And MMA Legendary Locks also said by a decision is likely the best play. I do see he has 7 knockouts, 5 submissions, but the 9 decision wins and his only 2 losses are by split decision. I gotta think this one goes the distance. And this fight kind of reminds me of the Matt Frivola and Jalen Turner fight. Turner lost that fight by unanimous decision. And I think this is a spot where Gamrot can get the takedowns at ease, have the more powerful strikes, and have better accuracy in this fight. He's going to win it. I really think he does. Like I said, it's my first time going against Jalen Turner, but I feel like the Tarantula Terminator's here, and he's going to get the job done on the judges' scorecards. And next up, we got Geoff Neal, my lock of the week. Shavkat, Rakhmonov, 16-0. 8 knockouts, 8 submissions. Play this inside the distance. The Platinum Hammer is Shavkat and Valentina inside the distance. Plus 179. I got 4 units down on those two. And Shavkat looks in shape. And Shavkat makes 171, no doubt about it. But Geoff Neal, 175, coming in 4 pounds overweight. Luckily, we still got a fight. Shavkat's not going to turn that down because he's the real fucking deal, like I said. Remember, Geoff Neal was in the hospital when this fight got canceled originally. Lock of the week, lock her in, 120, great value. I'm thinking Shavkat's going to get that submission, same way he finished Neil Magny. And Neil Magny also beat Geoff Neal. I know MMA math doesn't always work out, but you gotta think Shavkat gets it done by submission, if not by knockout. Inside the distance is a great play. And with Valentina Shevchenko, who we got next, you can make that your Platinum Hammer parlay this week. And for the flyweight championship, we got Valentina and Alexa Grasso from Mexico. She's as tough as they come. You know, these Mexican fighters, they don't quit. They have a lot of grit. But Shevchenko inside the distance is the best play in this fight. She has something to prove after that last fight. Split decision with Taylor Santos. I expect a knockout from Shevchenko here. And Valentina's elbows are nasty. Her last 3 knockouts were all from elbows and punches. So that's what I'm leaning right now against Grasso, who's going to try to keep this one on the feet and make it a dirty fight. Shevchenko, 8 knockouts, 7 submissions, and 8 decision wins. She's the GOAT of the women's flyweight division. She fought Amanda Nunes, lost to her twice. Those are her only 2 losses, both in the UFC. She's the easy pick here. Definitely, she's going to be more technical. And on the ground, she is a good wrestler. She's going to be able to reverse anything that Grasso puts up. And I wouldn't even be surprised if Shevchenko can sink in a submission of her own. Inside the distance, like I said, Platinum Hammer. Smash it all day long. It's money. And now it's time. The heavyweight championship's on the line. Bones Jones comes back against Ciryl Gane. Lowest lock of the week, John Jones. And my God, man. I was back and forth on this fight. I don't know what to do. Gane's a fucking underdog. Probably shouldn't be. John Jones 3 years away. So many question marks. So many red flags. People are going to hate me if I go with Ciryl Gane. I see Johnny K. Picks is going with Ciryl Gane. A lot of other people in the MMA community that I respect are going with Gane. Some are going with Jones, though. But for my final prediction, I'm going to go with John Jones. I agree with Loaf. Not necessarily that he's a lock, but I agree he's going to win this fight. I think it's going to be the wrestling that gets it done, though, by a decision. Maybe a knockout. Probably not, though. He wasn't able to knock out Santos or Reyes, but John Jones is hungry. If you watch the embedded videos and any video throughout the week, John Jones is ready to go. He's a GOAT, and Jones knows this is a must-win for him. And coming back after a layoff, he's looked good. Like he said at the press conference, you know, time away from work does him good. So maybe the finish is live, that knockout or submission, but I don't even have a bet on this. You know, I'm just going to relax and enjoy most of these fights. But I have no bets on this yet. If I do, it'll be there for the Patreon members only. And if Loaf has bets up, which he probably will Saturday morning, I'm going to post them all in there for the Patreon members only. So $5 a month on Patreon if you want to join that. Become a Platinum forecaster. John Jones, lock of the week. You heard it here first. I doubt anybody else is locking him in. Call him crazy, but Loaf could have a lock. And Jones comes in 248, just a couple pounds heavier than Ciryl Gane. And they face off. It's intense. The heavyweight title is vacant. Is John Jones going to get that title in his return 3 years away? I cannot wait for this. Tomorrow night is going to be a banger card. Do not miss it. Now it's time for the best bets. Parlays, parfaits is history. First up, my first bet was the Platinum Hammer. It's Shavkat Rakhmonov, my lock of the week, and Valentina Shevchenko inside the distance. Let's smash it. I got 4 units down for 11 units on that. And my next bet, it's a single bet. Mateusz Gamrot by decision. It's 340 Betway Sportsbook and plus 240. I got 1.5 units down on that for 5 units. And now the underdog bets. I got a single bet on Mana Martinez money line. It jumped all the way to 350 on Betway Sportsbook plus 250, and I snatched it. I was smart. I just played it on the money line, and I put 1.5 units down for 5 units, and then I put some sprinkles down on them. I got the knockout 0.3 units for 2 units, and submission. If this hits, caps off to me. It's plus 1,600. I'll have 5 units back on 0.3 units as well. Let's sprinkle some dust on that. And next up, my final bet for this card was Julian Marquez inside the distance. The Cuban Missile Crisis. He's going to get this one done against our Canadian. Plus 175 to get the finish. I have 1 unit on that for plus 2.5 units. And if you want access to all of our bets and parlays, we're going to be posting more out there tomorrow. Just join our Patreon page. Like I said, it's $5 a month. That includes all the tiers. Everything's included in that. And we're going to be adding more stuff to the Patreon. We might do some line movement trackers, stuff like that, you know what I mean? We're still a fairly new channel. We're not going to change our price at $5 a month. I'm super happy with that. And so are the Patreon members that are already in there. $5 a month is more than fair for all of our bets and parlays, exclusive content, access to all the channels in Discord. And like I said, there's more stuff coming. We're going to add some stuff to the Patreon to make it worth more to you guys. I really appreciate that support. And I got a few more bets that I didn't place that I want to share with you. These are just some sleeper picks. I got Julian Marquez submission plus 500. I was looking at that. Wasn't able to pull the trigger on it. And I wasn't able to pull the trigger on Farid Basharat inside the distance. 262 on Betway Sportsbook and plus 162. You know, this guy's probably going to win the fight. Blackshear, all 4 losses coming by a decision. I just can't trust Farid Basharat inside the distance when he couldn't even finish the guy in the Dana White Contender Series. And then we got Garry inside the distance. This is pretty safe, minus 189. With Nickal, minus 400 inside the distance. Those are 2 pretty safe plays. Probably safe to parlay as well inside the distance. And to finish off the best bets, it's actually a parlay. I said I wasn't going to do any, but it's an over-under parlay. Let's pull it up here. It's Jones and Gane over 1.5. Gamrot and Turner over 1.5. Nickal and Pickett under 1.5. And Brunson and Duplessis over 1.5. That's a 4x multiplier. And I also didn't put any money on this parlay. I only got single and double bets for UFC 285. So hopefully I come out on the winning end this week. Last couple weeks have been a little rough. And last week on my bets, I think I went 2 for 7. So I really want to turn things around this weekend. I'm not betting on things that I want to happen. I'm betting on things that I think are going to happen and have a good chance of happening. I'm being a lot more smarter with my approach on the bets. I really feel like this is going to be a good week for bets. So join my Instagram page and my Twitter page. I post all of my bets out there. And I post mine and Lowe's final picks out there. We also have a bunch of content out there, and we have the locks and dogs usually out there. So stay tuned. The UFC forecast, we're in action. We have 100 subscribers. Like I said, once we hit 500, we're going to give away $500. So don't forget to smash the like button, suplex the subscribe button. I really appreciate that support. It's been a hell of a show without my co-host Loaf. And let's absolutely cash it this weekend.